Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
What was that? The weather. Very peculiar, don't you think?
Oh, bitch. Listen, I have some gloating to do. I fucking told you so. Okay? Don't ever doubt me again. Okay? Let me reiterate. I called both of them war teams down to the T. I told y'all what they were gonna do. Niggas always doubted me. Then I'll be right. I told you. Okay? Girl. Listen. I couldn't have planned it better myself. Okay. Now that that's over, let's talk about Monday Night Raw because a lot is happening. A lot has been going on. Now, John Cena kicked off the show today. John Cena came out there. Well, actually, Triple H came out there. And Triple H essentially came out and gave John Cena a big introduction. He basically said that John Cena, can you turn that down, please? I'm competing with it. I don't want to talk over it. He basically said that John Cena is the greatest of all time in every aspect of how they define what a GOAT would be. You know what I'm saying? And the situation that we all find ourselves in is that we all have opinions on who the GOAT is. We all have opinions on how to define what the GOAT would be. The definition of the greatest of all time changes by the superstar because their accolades vary. So you have to change it. So in a sense, Triple H was right when he said that it's very opinionated and it's subject to opinion, but he has the objectivity to know that John Cena checks off every single box when it comes to box office smashes, when it comes to, recognizability, when it comes to performance, mic capabilities, everything in between. John Cena hits every single mark every single time. And then he introduced the greatest of all time, John Cena, and John Cena came out and made it very clear that Saturday Night Main Event was about opportunities. And that's what he requested of Triple H. And we have that in this tournament. But if my ears deceive me, and y'all in the comments on both Instagram and YouTube can correct me, okay? He also said that Saturday Night Main Event was going to be like a showcase of the main roster and the NXT talent. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments. Now, after this, he never got the chance to finish having his conversation. This was after he had thanked the fans. This was after he was talking to, his hometown. They were in Boston today. This was after all of that. John Cena was then approached by Dirty Dom. Now, Dominic came out there. Dominic came out there talking cash shit to John Cena. Like, I would have dropped you in your prime. I'm going to drop you now. It's going on. Got in Triple H face, like, talking shit to him. Calling him old. John Cena old. Telling him he need to get his old ass out the ring. And that this was between the adults and he needed to go sit down. I was like, nigga. John Cena said, any other day, I will let you have a pass, but this is my hometown, and you need to watch who you talking to, okay? Because I'm not your daddy. I will whip your ass, okay? Now, listen. Triple H was like, well, since we out here talking shit, you said that you would fight John Cena. You would beat John Cena anytime, anywhere, any place. And that you were the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. And you are right. You will be fighting John Cena tonight. You're going to put that goddamn title on the line and you're going up against John Cena. Give me a goddamn referee. Let's get it popping. Of course, Dominic was like, okay, wait, I didn't say all that. But I was like, bitch, you did. Now, John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship today was not on my bingo card. And I did not know that John Cena had not had the Intercontinental Championship. I thought he had won it at least once, but he hasn't. So now that John Cena has beaten Dominic Mysterio, because he did beat him tonight, he now has held every major championship within the WWE. It's an accolade they wanted to give him, I guess, to be a Grand Slam champ. Okay? Now, you know what I'm saying? It's cute. It was a cute little W. Now, to go over the tournament, I'll just make it real quick. Listen, the last time it's not tournament started off with Damian Priest. I have to do my research. Well, hey, Shingari, why when I got all of y'all? Why? For what? I got all of y'all. Y'all will tell me. I'm not finna sit up here and memorize every single superstar's championship reign. If that's something that you want to do, baby, that is fine by me. I have no issues with somebody telling me, hey, such and such won the championship. And I'll be like, oh, okay, you're right. I got you. That's why I got y'all. Y'all gonna tell me. Okay, we're moving on. Anyways, Damian Priest had his ass out there wrestling Rusev. And of course, Damian Priest is injured in the face. So because of that, Rusev put his hands in his eye, fucked his eye up, and Damian Priest is out of the tournament. Rusev won. Now, Rusev is sitting up there like, I'm finna get that championship, and I'm going to retire John Cena. Let me tell you something, WWE. Let me tell you something. Don't you fucking do that. Okay? Because look, we're trying to have a good time. We're not trying to be here bored. Okay? Let somebody who actually is going to have longevity in the company past 5 years be the one to retire John Cena. So that would mean Sheamus is out. That would mean Rusev is out. Stop fucking playing with me. Okay?
Yeah, Gunther need to be out too.
Gunther too. I don't want none of those dudes retiring John Cena, because John Cena didn't get his opportunity. He got his opportunity against Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle wasn't retiring, but Kurt Angle put that man over. He gave him an opportunity. John Cena was a nobody. Okay? I don't ask you nothing, Google. Shit. He was a nobody. Like, give it to somebody who really, really, really deserves it and can use the push. Not somebody who's already been champion multiple times in the E. Not somebody who has been a dominant champion in recent years. Okay? And not somebody who was champion, left, came back, and now is dominating again. No. Give it to somebody who needs the momentum, or give it to a young buck. Okay? I'm not playing with y'all. Don't make me slap the shit out you, Triple H, because your ass was out there talking a lot of shit today. Okay? But anyways, so Rusev won his match and Sheamus won his. Unfortunately, Shinsuke could not best Sheamus, which I wish Shinsuke did. At least let Shinsuke advance in the tournament. I like Shinsuke, and I would have loved to have seen Shinsuke go up against John Cena, but unfortunately, Rusev, Sheamus, Gunther, and Shinsuke all qualify in that category of people who do not need to be put over. They all qualify in that category. So as much as I would have loved to have seen Shinsuke advance, I understand the logic of him not advancing. But it breaks my heart because I love Shinsuke to death. I will fight to the death over Shinsuke. Okay? Period. Tell him, Donnie, because I'm tired. Hello, everybody. Hello. Now, look. This is where we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty because I'm finna tell y'all I told y'all. Okay? Now, what did I tell y'all? I have been telling y'all for years. Okay? You cannot trust Nikki Bella. And you hoes is sitting up here watching this, and you know you can't trust that bitch. Now listen, Raquel had her match with Stephanie. The match went fine. Stephanie had a hard time, but Raquel was going at it. They was going back and forth. Raquel almost had that motherfucker a couple times. But then Stephanie was able to turn around and get the W. Now the match over. Roxanne coming there and she takes out Stephanie, and then here come that bitch Nikki Bella coming in there trying to act like she's saving folks. Okay, then she come in there, she grabbed the girl title as Stephanie standing at the ropes and knocked the girl out with it. I said, I've been telling y'all for years, you cannot trust a bitch with red lipstick. I have been saying this. You cannot trust that bitch. You can't trust her. You can't trust her. You can't. Okay? I told you. Child. Stephanie got knocked right the fuck out. Okay? Knocked out. Poor Stephanie. She was just being nice. She naive. She didn't know no better, but I knew better. Known that bitch to be like that her whole fucking career. Ain't no way she gonna be backing somebody else with a title and she can't be holding it. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. That whole been like that her whole career. Okay, her entire career. And when she couldn't get that championship from Becky, she was like, well, Stephanie gonna be an easier target. Girl, please. Please, okay? What did it say? I said last time we seen them inches, we were in trouble. I've been told y'all for years. I knew when that bitch came back, she was going after one of them championships. I knew it. I was like, yeah, okay. We gonna get this little nice Nikki for a little while, and then she just gonna go right back to her normal shit. Bullshit. I'll Stephanie whoop her ass. Okay. Now it's giving. She finna be spiteful instead of vengeful. I don't give a fuck what it gives. Y'all know I don't like that hoe. So I don't give a goddamn. I don't care. I was sick of her sad, being nice. I'm like, this ain't you. It never has been. Then she took off the red top and it was black. And I was like, the reveal. Oh my God. You're evil now. Bitch, you always been evil. You can wear red, white, blue, purple, green, gold, and you're still gonna be evil. Okay? It don't change because you done pulled out a black one with the butt. Said, girl, everybody, you turned on everybody.
You your own damn sister.
The fuck? We knew. We knew. Just be who you pretend with me, bitch. All I need to know is what I'm dealing with. And if you're going to be standing in my face and not be a good actress at that, I'm going to slap the shit out your ass. That's all I'm going to tell you. Is I'm going to slap the shit out your ass. Because you didn't have to do all of that. You could have just went to Stephanie like, bitch, I want your championship. I'm one of the longest reigning women's champions in history. Ain't nobody got shit on me. You could do, and I'd have been like, you know what? It's in the history books. Talk your shit. Stephanie should have knocked your ass out. Should have knocked your ass out. The moment you start talking that bullshit, she should have went in your shit. Because you telling me you didn't study the game? Now, Stephanie, look, I'm trying to give you a pass because you new here. But let me tell you something. WWE ain't finna write me and none of my homegirls and homeboys in these storylines like we just gonna be naive, trusting the bitch that ain't never kept her word with no motherfucking body. Okay? I'm not doing that. You're not finna make me out to be dumb. No, we're not doing that. And she wished that she didn't make it in the womb. Damn, that's fucked up. She went after both. That's gonna be a good story, though. I'm ready. Okay. I don't know what the fuck she gonna say because everybody gonna kill her. Evil Nikki Bella, yeah, on some evil monkey shit. Bitch was hiding in the closet like it's about my time. It's almost time for me to come out. Bam! Here go the black shirt. I'm evil, girl. You could have gave us anything but that. Can't be giving them props. Literally, I'm like, who are you fooling, Nicole? Terrible actress. Terrible actress. Terrible, terrible, terrible actress. Did y'all see that story going around? Mm-mm. What story are you talking about, Nicole? I need Stephanie to super kick Nikki like she did Roxanne today. She tore Roxanne's face out. Sonya was on Lana's podcast and was talking about how Mandy and Liv got in a fist fight during an exercise thing at the PC. Did Liv beat her ass? Did Liv beat her ass? Oh, did Liv beat her ass though? I saw a description of the story. I know that lady, and watch she get on this podcast and be like, I don't know. It's like Venom took over me. Girl, shut the fuck up. Lying ass bitch. You always been that way. They had to get pulled apart by coaches and wrestlers. Oh, please tell me Liv beat her ass. Please. Liv probably got that hoe. Not they both pulled hair. Ugh. I can't stand it when wrestlers can't really fight. Oh. You're supposed to be swinging. You hold the hair, draw back, and bow. Bow. Come on, bitch. That's fighting one. Girl. They were grabbing hair, apparently. Mandy said something slick, and Liv went back at it with hands. Girl, y'all telling me y'all only was grabbing hair? Y'all can't fight. I don't like that. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Oh. They were swinging. Liv had Mandy's hair and was swinging. That's how you fight. That bitch from Jersey. She got it. Okay. I fucks with Liv now because that hoe can fight. She can fight. What did you grabbing hair for? Unless this is a leverage for you to be able to get to that bitch's face. I don't want to hear nothing about grabbing no hair. I do not. What in your trap and take over your trap? What? Allegedly, Liv was throwing fits. Okay. Hold on. I got the track. Hold on. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Oh, Mandy, I guess, grabbed her hair first and she was trying to talk shit about her having extensions or something. Mandy got raggedy ass extensions. She always has. Her shit don't be blended. Like that girl name is Gianna. Well, very good, Liv. I'm on your team, girl, because you can fight. Appreciate you. Any whoosies. Now the rest of the show really flew by. Adam did pick the next set of he picked the next set for the tournament. And the next set for the tournament is going to be Javon Evans facing off against Gunther. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm mad because they could have gave Javon better than Gunther. Y'all serving Javon Evans up to Gunther. I don't like that. But it is what it is, unfortunately. And I hate that for everybody, but it is what it is. Okay. Then they had who was picked to be the other opponent? Do you remember who he picked?
It was Solo, and then
he picked Solo. That's what it was.
Until the actual match start next week.
Right. So they got a mystery opponent for Solo. There's a mystery opponent for LA Knight. Now on SmackDown, what is the other match on SmackDown? Because I don't remember. My brain is not operating at full capacity right now. So hold on, y'all. Hold tight. Cause my love going bang, bang, bang. With my love, bang, bang, bang. It's the first thing that my brain thought of. Oh shit. Oh man, I cannot find the other match. Do y'all know what the other match is? Because I do not know. Yeah, I know it was Solo and a mystery, but I don't remember the other match on SmackDown. LA Knight has a match with somebody, and then there's another match that's happening on SmackDown Friday, and I don't know, I don't remember what that match was. They announced who the two competitor was, but I don't remember who they said. I can't remember. My brain is not working today. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe Russell Ops has it posted over on Twitter. Let me see. Okay. It's the Miz versus Jey Uso. I'm so sorry. I had a full brain fart. It was the Miz versus Jey Uso. That is who that match is going to be next week. I just could not figure it out. Kayla had me, and then Lil Bets came in and had me. And then, of course, Kira was like, she knew it was Jay, but she didn't know who he was going up against. Yeah, it's the Miz going up against Jey Uso. And then LA Knight's facing off against somebody, and I don't know who it was. I don't like that Javon Evans is being served up to Gunther. I don't like that at all. I'm very protective of young nephew because they're not going to do that little boy dirty. They're not going to do that. I don't like that. He said, as soon as I heard it, I said, damn, I don't like that shit at all. It better be a long match at least. I hate it. And if 40 is young, what's the point? I don't know. Shit. Okay. He said young people from NXT, and we got two main eventers over 40 in the semifinals. The damn match ain't even Aaliyah. That's not the semifinals. They have a whole month. There's a whole month that they have to get this tournament out with.
Yeah.
It's not until December 13th until it's decided. They've just advanced, but I won't. They gotta be.
Yeah, finish is what you think.
Yes, it's not the end of the world. Like, Jesus. Right, because Miz was mad. Yeah, he was. He was pissed that he wasn't chosen. I'd rather it be a squash. I don't want Javon Evans to get beat down like that. I don't. He gonna kill that little boy. I saw what you said with the quarterfinals. What I'm telling you is it doesn't matter. The quarterfinals, semifinals, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be the ones to end up in the finals to compete against John Cena. First, you gotta let the shit play out. Just because these dudes are advancing, they were going up against other 40-year-olds. Like, what? I can understand if it was a bunch of NXT dudes they was competing against, but they were competing against men who were their age or within their age range. The first young dude we got in the tournament is Javon Evans. Squash me, bitch. That's the beating I'm not built to last for. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think it's going to be a squash match for Javon. I think he's going to be able to showcase what he does. But he's not. I don't think they're going to let him advance. If he does, I'll be surprised, honestly. I will be surprised if he advances. Anyways. So we get to the top of the hour. CM Punk is out there. And CM Punk, of course, is livid that Logan Paul is a bitch ass nigga. I don't know why he's mad about that. Because I feel like you should have known. I feel like you should have had an inkling that he was going to be that way. Like, sir, what are we doing, honey? So apparently, the boys got in there, got to fighting. Logan Paul said that, he didn't like getting squashed by Bronson Reed. So if you can't beat him, you join him. Okay. Which, I mean, just goes to show and prove how much work he really is willing to put in. You can see that it's always going to be about cutting corners with this man. He's never going to want to really compete with the big dogs. He just wants to be able to say he's a WWE champion, do his backflips, spins, and moves in the ring, and then go get his championship if he can and go home. He not looking for shit else. You feel what I'm saying? So when some real niggas come in and they put you on your ass, then it's up. I didn't like that. That motherfucker said cracking back a lot. And I was like, nigga, your wife cracks your back. You don't have no problem with that shit. You enjoy those days. So I don't know why you mad that you got squashed by fucking Bronson Reed. And whatever you got to deserve, you should have minded your fucking business. But of course, you did it. So here we are. Okay. They going to prep him back there like, you're not going to win, but you can lose with dignity, child. They serving up on a silver platter to the lion, child. Okay. So, listen. CM Punk didn't want to hear none of that shit. CM Punk basically was like, all right, nigga, fuck all of that. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Let's just go at it. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I'm trying to get mines. You snuck me, so I'm going to get my lick back, okay? Now, listen. The boys came out there. They decided they was going to go around there circling. This was after Paulina decided to say that, CM Punk is unlikable. He's a slimy bitch and all this other type of shit. And I was like, nigga, you need to be... You might want to say this shit in the mirror. Listen, I'm just the messenger. Don't fucking shoot me, nigga. Anyways, they said he ain't got no friends. Don't nobody care about him. He lonely. I was like, damn, Akon out here singing lonely. What the fuck going on? I was like, the only reason why you got people is because you provide a service. It's not that people want to be around you. They need you for something. Therefore, they are around you. Furthermore, if we're being honest, Brian Breaker and Bronson Reed don't need Paul Heyman. That's facts. Brian Breaker is a catch-22 with Brian Breaker. It make him look better with Paul Heyman. Logan Paul definitely need Paul Heyman, if we're being honest. If we're 1,000, he definitely needs Paul Heyman because on the microphone, he's terrible. Today, the only thing he said over and over and over again was like, I got cracked. I didn't like getting cracked. You don't like getting cracked. I did what I had to do. Self-preservation. I was like, bro, the cracking shit is out of line. Like, I need you to slow down on that shit. For real. Now, the boys surrounded the ring, and at first, Jey Uso popped up in there, and he was like, you got a friend in me, my G. So they was like, we can fight these niggas together. Like, let's fight them together. And as they was ready to ascend in this ring to destroy their prey, Cody's music hits. And I said, Now, I distinctly remember last week, I was on YouTube, and I told you motherfuckers that the War Games team was going to be some iteration of CM Punk and Jey Uso. I wasn't sure if Cody was going to be involved, but I was damn sure that the vision in its current standing and Jey Uso and CM Punk were going into War Games. I remember myself saying that, baby. You remember?
I remember, baby.
You remember? Oh. But then, y'all was in the comments telling me no. They said no. It's going to be the MFTs and the YS6. And I said, you know what? Bet. If that's what they do, I'll come back in here and apologize. And then homie said, well, if they do it, what you say, I'll come back in here and apologize. Now, listen, baby, if you are watching this and you hear me, you know what I'm going to tell you. You know I've owned it. You know, you got to be grown enough, woman enough, man enough to give me my motherfucking flowers. Because I told you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Give it up to me. Do that. Because I told you. Now, what I'm warning you is by Friday, Drew's been suspended for now. Next Monday, I bet you any amount of money, Drew McIntyre is going to show up on Monday Night Raw. If it's not Raw, it's going to be SmackDown. But he's going to be their fourth. Who's going to be the fourth on this team for Cody, CM Punk, and Jay? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I'm not quite sure. But I'm telling you that some iteration of that is going to be in this game. Watch what I'm telling you. Okay? Let me see these comments. I'm looking over here on, let me see. Over here on, I hate that I can't scroll back up. It's so rude. Oh, there we go. They said, I saw that story. Sonya said she was caught in the middle because she was friends with both, and she tried breaking them up. Well, I hope Liv whooped her ass. And they say that Liv was out there punching the shit out of her. Okay? Okay. Let me see. Kayla said, it's funny that Logan calls Seth dead weight, although he's great in the ring, but it comes to the whole package. Says Gucci, while Logan's Walmart, and not in a good way. Damn, not Walmart. Jesus. Jesus Christ. It's supposed to be 5-on-5. As far as I know, Haitian Gary, they do not do 5-on-5 anymore. They haven't done 5-on-5 since Undisputed Era. If I am recalling it correctly, I could be wrong because they were still doing it war games at NXT, and they did war games a few times at NXT, and it still was 5-on-5 then, if I remember. But when it came to the main roster, they kept it at 8 in the ring instead of 10. They kept it at 8. So they do not do 5-on-5 for the main roster. I don't know why. I definitely think they should, but they don't. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, sir? Sir. Maybe he ain't been cracked in a way he likes. You got to do it a couple times to figure that out. I'm sure his wife does it plenty of times. How she does it, I don't know, nor do I need to know. I know a nigga who be getting pegged when I see one. Stop playing with me. Where they at? I don't know, baby. Drew just like me for real. You think Roman's gonna be the 5th? I mean the 4th. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I saw something on IG saying and Drew suspended because he's doing a movie. If it's not Drew and they go short with the 3-on-3 like this, then I don't know what they're gonna do. But again, they have until when is Survivor Series? Survivor Series is November 29th. That's at the end of the month. So we are in what, the second week of November? Yeah. We in the second week of November. They have 2 weeks. And they can still bring Drew McIntyre in if Drew is not going to be doing a movie for a long time. If that part isn't super large, they have time to still bring Drew McIntyre in because they still have to do the advantage match and all that other shit. So, and y'all know my rule. Whoever had a fucking advantage in the match, they are losing. It happens every goddamn time. Every time. Okay? So anyways, this is what we know now to be War Games, but it seems that team is set. I don't know if they're going to be adding anybody else. Haitian guy over here on Instagram said they could add Jimmy Uso. He said they could add Jacob, possibly Roman. I don't know. But y'all got some good suggestions. I will give y'all that. Regal coming in brought me joy. I loved hearing Regal say War Games, and he said it loud with a lot of conviction. And I was like, you better talk your shit, goddammit. Okay? They always did 5-on-5 on both, except for 2023 for the women when it was 4-on-4. Yeah, it was 5-on-5. You right. My bad. Haitian guy, you was right too. My bad. Speaking of Drew, y'all remember that time he got whooped? Shit. Out his jacket and killed and was just in his drawers on live TV? Yes. Yes, that was everything. Marks with Mikes. What up, though? Regal in War Games with his entire chest. He said Regal said War Games with his entire chest. Yes, he did. Marks with Mike said, Big homie, what up? He said, I'm fatigued of Cody not staying on SmackDown. Go feud with Black and Zelina. Well, technically, CM Punk did need some help. Now, I'm not saying that I disagree technically, but he did need some help. And Cody being in War Games It's a money draw, baby. It's nothing personal. It's just business. It's just business. It's all about the dollars. If it wasn't, they would have built the YS6 and MFTs facing off and going into war games, and you would just have the one-off matches with Cody going up against new opponents on SmackDown and possibly doing something different with Punk and having them go off and build that feud with them. It's always going to be about the marketing. That match being marketed with Wyatt's and the MFTs, that ain't going to put asses in the seats. I'm sorry. I hate to tell y'all that, but that is the main reason why in NXT Undisputed Era was always in War Games. That is the main reason. There was the dominant faction over there on that show. Adam Cole was a superstar. So it's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. I know that y'all don't want to hear that, but that's just the reality. And that's what just makes things realistic. And y'all got to lock in when it comes to that. If you didn't see War Games coming from the start of the year, you're crazy. Because if Seth was still the head of the division, it would be Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, Brian Breaker, and Logan Paul going into War Games. I'm telling you. I have imagined it. I'm scared. I heard the name of the movie that Drew is in the Highlander. He is in Highlander this year. I do know that he is in Highlander. I didn't know that they were filming Highlander right now. I thought they were going to start filming Highlander next year, but they want to release it next year. So I'm not mad that he was suspended so he can go do Highlander. Drew McIntyre can act somewhat. So if given the right opportunity, which in this movie is the right opportunity, he'll be fine. I don't think that his role is really big in Highlander. He is a villain in Highlander. I do know that. But is he the main villain? I'm not sure. That part I'm not sure of. Marshall Mike says, bring back the traditional 5-on-5 match. I feel like they could still do the War Games match and the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. I liked that match, and I think they should bring it back. I think they should have both. You should have the traditional War Games match, and you should have traditional 5-on-5 match. That's what I think. Cody is the epitome of not minding the business that pays you. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Cody minded his business. But Cody saw the division also had attacked Cody at many times. So it's not like Cody just jumped into something that he didn't have nothing or didn't know nothing about. He saw two of people that he knows that he's gone to war against and war with, possibly getting beat down. I mean, if you're a good person, you're going to go help. Plus these same two dudes, and he done had issues with Logan Paul before. I would have took my ass out there too. And I get to have to beat up on Logan Paul in pretty much a no disqualification match. Anything goes. Oh yeah, I'm with it. I will gladly do it. Y'all rude as fuck to Cody. I don't appreciate it. It's 40 other people on that Raw roster. I know Otis not doing nothing. Nigga, you're tripping. I'm going to tell you right now, you are tripping. You telling me. You're telling me that you would pay money, good American dollars, to go see Otis in the War Games match? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You are lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're a liar. You're a liar. Hold on. Otis is crazy, nasty work. That's nuts. If I could. Hold on. I'm reading these comments, y'all. If I could, I would have beat Logan Paul's ass for free. Okay. Put some respect on the former Mr. Money in the Bank name. Listen, I love Otis just as much as the next person. Lord knows I do. But you're not finna make me watch a War Games match. That match is anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes long. And you want me to watch a War Games match and I gotta watch them? And it's just it's Otis in there, and there's nobody of high star power in there. Mm-mm. Could it be a decent match? Sure. But shit, if WWE want to make some money, they're not gonna make no money off of that War Games. It's just not. They should just hoist Logan Paul up by his ankles and have everyone grab kendo sticks and make a pinata match. Period. But not in this economy. Shit. Not in any economy. I'm not paying for that. That would be very pleasing to me and my homegirls. Rico is stupid. Please, he didn't hold it himself. Listen. The War Games match seemed to be set. I don't know if they're going to add more people to this match. I don't know about that. But they have 2 weeks to figure that shit out. In the meantime, let us proceed forward because the other War Games match was also set. Okay? We already talked about Turncoat Nikki. We already talked about that bitch. Okay? Now, this is where I have a problem with WWE. This is where I take issue. I take issue with you, Triple H, okay? Because one, you did not have to sacrifice them tag team titles so that this War Games match could be made. 2, you could have had Rhea and you could have had Io come out there right when Lash and fucking Nia got involved in the match. Lash and Nia cost Bliss and Charlotte their tag team titles to the Kabuki Warriors. Okay, they cost them titles, and they didn't have to. They could have waited until Charlotte and them got them titles, kept their titles, and then they could have competed against them on SmackDown for the titles. You didn't have to serve them up as a sacrificial lamb for them to set up War Games. You didn't have to do that. You could have had Lash and them cost them the match and make it a DQ. You could have did that. I just didn't understand why you did that. Charlotte and Bliss just got into the stride of really defending the titles, really having challengers for the titles. And as soon as they get them, you snatch the belts off of them. That didn't make no damn sense. And then you wait until they beat the hell out of both of them to have Io come down there. And then it was after Io got beat up that you bring down Rhea. You should have had both of them bitches coming out there from the back, taking hoes out. They was going to be standing tall anyway to end the damn show. Rhea coming out there the crowd was going to go ape shit either way. I didn't like that. You didn't have to make them girls sacrifice them titles for that. They were good tag team champions. They had solid matches for those belts. And you just got real big, formidable challengers for them. Why did you do that? And don't get me wrong, I understand y'all probably preparing Charlotte to face off against Jade Cargill at some point. But at this point, it's like y'all could have waited. Y'all got plenty of fucking time to do that. Plenty of time. Oh, it was so unnecessary. But again, I told y'all that this was going to be your War Games match. I saw it Friday. As soon as Nia and Lash was together facing off against Charlotte and Bliss, I knew what was happening, especially when they got in the back. And then you had Asuka missed in both Charlotte and Bliss. I'm like, Monday, Io and Rhea coming back Monday. I saw that shit coming a mile away. I'm not surprised. Called this match too. Shirley did. Oh, it feels good to be right, Brian. It feels good to be right. So listen, your War Games match is set. You've got Charlotte, Bliss, Rhea, and Io going up against Nia, Lash, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Now, they may add Becky Lynch and AJ Lee to this fight because I told y'all that there was somebody training Maxine. Okay? Now look. Her trainer has been AJ Lee. I'm calling it right now. The person who has been training Maxine is AJ Lee. And if AJ Lee does not help her does not cost Becky Lynch that title, she most definitely is going to allow train Maxine to be able to take that championship from her. Now today, Maxine basically told Adam, I'm ready now. Give me the title now. Adam said, okay, next week is going to be you and Becky Lynch. Becky walked up to her and punched that girl in her face. Now listen to me. I'm all for some heel shit that I can hate on when I'm doing live commentary. But let me tell you something. There will never be a day. I don't give a fuck if it's a TV show, movie, adaptation, documentary. I don't give a goddamn. You will never walk up to me and punch me in my face and I just lay on the floor and pretend like that shit was supposed to happen, or I'm so stunned that you hit me. Bitch, you better not be in my vicinity because I'm a kick you in the back of your shit. Because you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. She walked up to that girl and punched her in her face. And then Maxine just sat on the floor. She just sat there. I said, Maxine, get your ass up and kick that bitch in the back of her throat. What are you doing? Nah, AJ Lee gonna be there. AJ Lee, her trainer, she gonna cost that girl that damn championship. That's happening. That is happening. They rushed that stare down with Charlotte and Jade. Could have easily done it in January. You know what? They have been staring each other down for quite some time. Somebody on Twitter always got the deets. Somebody on Twitter did the first interaction between the two of them
when she first got
and all the interactions leading up to the stare down that they had on Friday. They very well could have waited. They could have, but they chose to foreshadow because Triple H and Road Dogg love a good foreshadowing moment. They love foreshadowing. And I do too, because it tells me everything. I'm easily able to read both of y'all hoes. And I love that for me. But shout out Lash. She already in War Games match and she ain't been on the roster a month. And Lash Legend deserve it. I'm not mad at Lash. I'm happy Lash is getting the exposure. Like I said on Friday, Lash Legend is going to be just like how Bianca was. They wasn't respected and given what they deserved in NXT, but on that main roster, they're going to be undeniable. I expect within 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, Lash Legend will be holding some type of championship. Whether it be the mid-card title on either show, it's up to them, but that's going to be where she starts. Becky love a sneak. I know, child. So I got to add that in this book to really get Tiff heated, noted. Fuck you. I mean, they've done that story down like 4 times before, though. Yes, they've done it over and over and over again. This was just to add more fuel to the fire. And Jade is being the ultimate heel right now, so it's working out for her. But Monday Night Raw was giving. It gave what it was supposed to have gave. It was a good show. It set up War Games, so now we know where we're headed. We know where it's going. And we having a good time watching it. And that's all that matters. Okay? Now, NXT is tomorrow. I don't usually do commentary on NXT. I usually go over NXT on Wednesdays over here. So Wednesdays we'll go over NXT, and there are going to be a few things that we're going to go over here on YouTube when we go live on Tuesday. So we're going to talk about the NXT show and everything in between. They're leading up to NXT Gold Rush, which starts next week. Okay. So we have that. Tatum Paxley is your champion. Ricky Saints is your champion. You've got titles being defended at NXT Gold Rush, with Kaylani having to defend her title against two formidable possible champions, in one with Lei Ying Lee, and then you have one of the former greatest women champions of all time in the Knockouts division in Jordan Grace. Okay, so you got a lot going on in NXT. Possible tag team titles being defended. I think it's gonna be defended against Javon and Leon Slater. You've got Chelsea and Ethan Page are both double champions and the AAA mixed tag team champions currently, which we love that for Chelsea. It's going to be an interesting championship reign for her. This is her second title reign as U.S. champion.
It's ironic, both Canadians got belts to do with America.
Right, America. Anyway, and then you've got Blake Monroe, who is your North American champion on the women's side. And you have the WWE Speed title for the women. It had to be vacated by Soul. That will be defended at NXT Gold Rush. So there's a lot going on, and there's a lot coming down the pike the next couple of weeks. And normally they turn around and leave, but Jay stayed. I said, ooh, yeah, she was back there yelling the whole time Charlotte was there. The triple I, them niggas ignorant for saying that. That's crazy. But anyways, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Westside Gunn and his situation, because I'm going to give y'all some real tea. And as much as I don't have a problem with giving WWE shit for doing shitty things, I think this situation everybody sucks in this situation. I will explain everything on Wednesday, because one thing I don't do is do reactionary commentary. I'm not going to react to something that is real and not wait to see how things play out. There have been some information that has come out that led to the things that happened at Monday night at one of the shows that Westside Gunn was at, as to why he was removed. Do I think WWE did it in a shitty way? Yeah. Do I think they were justified? I'll explain that on Wednesday. We also are going to talk about Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox was wrestling for AEW. She walked out of that, and I'm going to explain all that stuff on Wednesday. If you want to get the tea first, I'm going to explain that on my other podcast. I have a podcast with my homegirls. We do Down for the Count every single week, okay? Down for the Count is always up and explaining everything, and we don't just talk about it from a fan's perspective. You get everything. You get our perspective as a fan, as somebody who's more knowledgeable of the business with everybody in there. You get it from a historical standpoint, and you also get it from a business standpoint, because I think that is what is always lost in translation when it comes to these types of topics. Okay. Everybody wants to be mad at the big bad wolf, but the big bad wolf does have some longevity, and they do have a right to protect their property. And you can't just do whatever you want to do, even if you are a fan. It doesn't compute. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff we got to talk about on Wednesday, but I'm going to try to get with my homegirls on Tuesday, get the podcast rolling and get it up. We may go live on our YouTube channel. All the information is at the bottom of the screen. Okay. And before I go, I always let y'all know what PLEs are getting ready to come up next. Now, there are a few TV specials in between. Like I said, NXT Gold Rush is happening on November 18th. You've got Blood and Guts happening on shiitake mushrooms. Blood and Guts is an AEW show. I know when it's happening. I just gotta find the graphic. Damn. It's November 12th. I know the date. It's November 12th. It is on my homegirl Nicole's birthday. It's November 12th. Thank you, my big bro. I appreciate you. Is it this Wednesday? Yes, it is this Wednesday. Because Nicole's birthday is Wednesday. Yep. So you're going to get Blood and Guts on Wednesday. Blood and Guts is going to be 2.5 hours on Wednesday. You're going to get NXT Gold Rush next week on the 18th. You are going to get John Cena's final match. It happens on December 13th on Saturday. That is a month from now. You're going to get also in December, you're going to get NXT Deadline. This is going to be the final PLE of WWE. You're not going to get any more PLEs after Deadline from either shows, whether it be main roster or NXT. There are going to be no more PLEs after Deadline. Okay. So you're going to have Deadline on the 6th of December, and then John Cena's final match will happen on Saturday Night Main Event on the 13th, and this is going to be in Washington, D.C., okay? And then prior to all of that, you will have Survivor Series on the 29th. The week prior to that, you will have Full Gear for AEW happening on November 22nd. Everything is coming at us once, ladies and gentlemen. We are having no breaks in between. It's too much. It's too much. But we are having Gold Rush on the 18th, and this is going to be in New York City. It's going to involve AAA, TNA, and NXT. So we're having a 3-brand TV special on November 18th in New York City. All right. This coming Friday, we got 2 of the Last Time Is Now tournament matches. The Miz is going to be facing off against Jey Uso, and LA Knight is going to have a special opponent, which has not been announced yet. So we have a lot going on, okay? Mike Awesome over here on Instagram said the cheapest tickets to Cena's last match, $400 for nosebleed level seats. $400 for nosebleed level seats. Luckily, I'm not going. I had no intention of going at all. Yeah. No, it's this Wednesday. And then you have what if it's Joe Hendry and or Oba? Joe Hendry would be nice. I said it could have been Joe Hendry last Friday. So I would love if it was Joe Hendry. His music hitting would be epic. I would love that. If it's Obafemi, I wouldn't be mad about it. Hey, lovely. I wouldn't be mad if it was Obafemi. I mean, that would make me excited as fuck if it was over. That would be the crowning glory, honestly. Anyways, so we got all of them shows heading out to the last of the year, and then we'll be able to go on a little break and not have to worry so much about watching stuff. They usually pre-record a lot of things towards December 25th, towards Christmas and everything. So you'll be able to have a little bit of a break and a reprieve there. But when we head into January for WWE, they're going full stride here. The Royal Rumble tour, the Road to Royal Rumble is all overseas. They have every single week locked up for January overseas. They have 2 Raws over there, 2 SmackDowns over there, and then they'll be headed to Saudi that final week. So the Raws on that month are going to be a little wonky on Netflix. More than likely, we'll probably be watching Netflix at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for Monday Night Raw, depending on where they're emanating from that particular week. And then, too, you have to remember the Monday Night Raw after they usually stay in Saudi for that Monday Night Raw. So we have to worry about that for the Royal Rumble. So who knows, but we'll wait and see how this all plays out. Hopefully, even though we'll be watching the show earlier than ever, we'll actually be able to get everything that we need and be able to move on. For those of you who do not want to watch the Royal Rumble because it's going to be in Saudi, I fully understand. I will do full commentary for you. You can always follow my page to get the commentary. I will do it as much as I can and capture as much of it as I can so you guys can see it. All right. With that being said, there's only one more show that they've announced, and it's happening way later in the year. Aside from WrestleMania is April 18th and 19th next year in 2026. The other PLE that they've announced for next year is Money in the Bank, and it is all the way in September on the 6th. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means, but something is happening. Something is off because they've never moved Money in the Bank that low on the totem pole. Never, ever. So this is not right. It's not right, dear. You're going to have to use your imagination. I don't know what to tell you, but you have to use your imagination here because some shit, this feel like some shit going down. That's what it feel like. Any whoosies. He said, either way, LA Knight gonna eat the pin. Damn. He ain't gonna advance. Okay. Shit. I think that was to satisfy Yankee Mania from Nola. But why move it all the way? Why move it all the way to September? What's happening in New Orleans in July? September? That was too much for me. But anywho's, y'all, I enjoyed Monday Night Raw today. It was a good show. They set up everything, so we already know what we're getting into. They're going to have the advantage match soon for the War Games for both teams. Don't know how this is going to play out, but I am interested, and I hope y'all are interested too. Listen, we have a new show or a new segment over here. It's called Wrestle Eats. I'm getting ready to put up the first part of the first episode this weekend. I'm going to be showing y'all how I make these 2 flatbread pizzas that I would serve to people who love cheese pizza and, just give you a little razzle dazzle with some of your flatbread pizza. We also are going to be answering some questions that were put into a generator and it spit out questions for me. So I'm going to be answering that, and I'm going to be answering some of the questions that you guys sent in. Okay. So Wrestle Eats is coming. We're going to get the second episode out sometime in the next 2 weeks, but this weekend you're going to get the first piece of the first episode of Wrestle Eats, and I promise I'm going to do my best to make it as good as possible. So if you guys would support me, I would greatly appreciate it. Tell me what you want to see in Wrestle Eats, like what food you want me to cook, what and questions you want me to answer. All of that can be put in the comment section below on this video on YouTube. I check all my comments all the time, so if you give me that, I will do it. Okay. See you guys in my next video, which will be live over here on YouTube on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about everything, like I said. Did I expect Nikki to turn? Yes, honey. Yes, it was inevitable. It was inevitable that she was going to turn, sweetheart. I'm not surprised. I've always said that she was going to turn. Okay, the heat is happening in July. It's going to be hot as fuck. So, anywhoosies. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social medias. Those of you who are over here on Instagram listening to me rant and rave, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all can always come over here to YouTube and come over here and chit chat with me. I go live 3 times a week, sometimes 4, depending on what's happening on the weekend, or if I just want to do some nice little chit chat with some of my folks. We do reading and chill over here. There's Wrestle Eats. I do live commentary over here sometimes, and we also do some analysis and breakdown of characters and all kind of stuff over here. Y'all, please make sure you follow me over here on YouTube. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Share the content. Give me my coins. And I will see you guys next time. Love you lots. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.